All right, seventh graders, this is lesson 25, orders of operations. All right, lesson 25, orders of operations. We have vocabulary. Our first vocabulary word is operation, and it is a process such as addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division, whereby a mathematical expression is derived from others. So, Weichai and Oksana were asked to convert negative 15 degrees Celsius to degrees Fahrenheit using the formula Fahrenheit equals Celsius times 9 divided by 5 plus 32. Which person converted to F correctly? So we have Weichai's way of solving, and we have Oksana's way of solving. Now it says Weichai grouped negative 15 times 9 and multiplied. Then she divided that figure by 5. Then she added. Oksana grouped negative 15 times 9 divided by 5 and, and multiplied. Then she grouped 5 plus 32 and added. Then she divided the figures from her groupings. They each calculated correctly, but their answers were different. When finding the value of an expression, the order in which you add, subtract, and use other operations can make a difference. To avoid confusion of different answers, people follow a certain order when calculating expressions. The order is called the order of operations. That order is: do all operations in parentheses first, use any exponents left to right, multiply or divide from left to right, add or subtract from left to right. Weichai properly followed the orders of operation. Her conversion is correct. So we have these orders of operations. A lot of times we refer to these as please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. We have parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. So we have this reminder down here. When finding the value of an expression with integers, remember to use all the rules involving operations with integers. So in our problem here, it says find the value of 74 minus 14 times 2 plus 6. Do all the works in the parentheses first. So we're going to take 4 times 2 first, and we get 28. Then subtract from left to right. 74 minus 28 equals 46. Add from left to right. 46 plus 6 equals 52. So when you look at this answer is 52. As we get further in here, I'm going to show you some, I guess what you call shorthand in solving these problems. Now, right here it says find the value of negative 8 times 3 minus 16 divided by negative 4 times 2 to the third power. So we have our please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So parentheses, we have two sets of parentheses. We have negative 18 times 3. I can do that on my calculator and I get negative 54. So I'm going to write that right above there. Then I have 16 divided by negative 4, which is negative 4. And then when I do that, I end up with this equation. I'm going to mark out these parentheses because we've done it. So now, when I go through and look at this, I have negative 54 minus negative 4 times 2 to the third. Well, exponent is my next thing. And 2 to the third is 2 times 2 times 2, which is 8. And then we have times negative 4. I'm saying it backwards. I apologize. So when I rewrite that, I got negative 54 minus negative 4 times 8. Well, when I do my multiplication, negative 4 times 8 is negative 32. So now I have negative 54 minus negative 32. I'm going to add the opposite. So I have 54 plus negative 32. which I end up with negative 22. Now, that's the way I like to solve it. Let's go through and double check ourselves. So we're going to do the parentheses first. So negative 18 times 3 is negative 54. And 16 divided by negative 4 is negative 4. Use any exponents. So 2 to the third is 8. Perform multiplication from left to right. Well, my multiplication was negative 4 times 8, which is negative 32. Then it says subtract from left to right and write the answer. That right should have been the other right, talking about some homonyms. So we have negative 54 minus negative 32. Now, going back to our subtraction of negatives, I'm going to add the opposite, and I end up with negative 22. So that's how you go through and do it. If you want to double check your answers, you could go through and punch in the original problem on a calculator, making sure we use all of our parentheses and stuff. So when you come down here, you've got two options. You could sit there and work through using please. You could use please excuse my dear Aunt Sally, where you go through and you do parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. Or you could punch it in on a calculator. So on number 3, when I look at this, I have 12 minus negative 6. That's within my parentheses. That's like saying 12 plus 6. Well, 12 plus 6 is 18. And then I have, so I've done that part. 18 divided by 2 is 9. I can check myself on my calculator. So you either do it by hand or use your calculator. When you come down here, it says use your calculator or mental math to complete each expression, which is just what you were doing up above. On number 12, you got to figure out on number 11, you got to figure out what number belongs in that space. For problem 11, how did you go about finding the missing values in your expression? Write about it. Your answer is going to vary. What did you do to figure out what's on that blank? And your response should not be, I asked my teacher. How would you have gone about doing it? All right, so that is lesson 25. You're going to go back and you're going to finish the rest of the assignment. Don't forget to submit to me through Canvas when done. Good luck and have fun.